Yeah. Let's go.
It's stadium seats, so what does that mean? That mean it's Frizz, Gemz, and Tay, and we hot in the scene. Every platform possible, you know it's the team. To emails, the airways, down we counting the streams, it's love. To all the sports fans that's rocking the building. And when we turn, please admit that you're craving the feeling. Frizz and Gemz, please believe. You know how we rock, right? Tay with the red bottoms, now she taking the spotlight. Frizz, let's make sure we get that #1 spot tight. Cause when we rock right, we do tours, take top flights, the tailgate crazy. The fans, they amaze me. Salute to all the fans that been rocking with us lately. Love.
Stadium seats, Frizz, Gemz, and Tay. We're back, y'all.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on? Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving holiday. But the best podcast in the world is back.
Back at
Join
it.
the movement.
What's going on? Before we get started, hit us up at Seats Stadium. Okay, on our Twitter, you can email us at stadiumseats@gmail.com. Questions, and we'll get them out there. We'll get them for you. We are almost to 1,000 followers now.
Yes.
Yeah. That's great.
And I can tell Gemz is fired up over there.
Yeah. Can you feel his excitement?
Listen. Both of you guys, pay attention. This is that smooth groove energy right now, all right?
I like it.
Don't
I'll
hold
take
back.
it.
Don't hold it back.
Yeah, don't hold back the emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
We should be happy we're back here, you know?
Shout out to the fans. I'm excited. Let's go.
Shout out to the fans. Hey, before we get started, let's just we had a great time. Frizz and Tay went up to the Berg. We invaded the Berg, my hometown. We went up there. We tailgated. We had a great tailgate. We're undefeated in games that we attend.
That's true. We
Okay.
need to attend more.
So shout out to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I have to give a couple big shout outs. First, shout out to Mama Frizz
Oh, yeah.
for making some banging meatballs for the meatball sandwiches.
Coming in clutch. Mama Frizz.
She made some banging spinach dip. It was good.
She did.
We had DJ Rye Leach there spinning the tunes.
You know what he did? And I also have to send a shout out to Leach because he took a heater. And you know me, this little old Texan girl, she's not used to the cold. So I really appreciated that heater keeping me warm.
Shout
You
out.
can laugh all you want, Gemz, but
Shout out to the heater.
Absolutely. We had good food. We were good people. We were there, waving the terrible towels, cheering them on to victory. It was a good time. Can't wait to go back. So, guys, without further ado, let's get to business.
let's get it going.
Because as my boy always once said, and he is my former boy,
What is that?
business is booming.
Business is booming.
Man, I can't even talk about that guy, AB.
Just stop, Frizz.
I
Just
hate to
stop.
love him, man.
Just stop.
You love him, right?
I don't
Stop.
know. I don't know right
You
now.
love him and you love to hate him.
New
But
England,
anyway.
pick him up, New England. Let's go. Pick him up.
Rooney's, forgive him. Let's go. We need receivers. He's sorry. He's sorry. He really is.
He's sorry. He definitely
No, he is. He will catch the ball from Duck Hodges. I promise you. Get him out to Arizona tonight. Hey, here we go. Jason Garrett. He's on the hot seat, guys. Who are the suitable candidates for the Dallas Cowboys if this happens? Gemz, kick it off.
Wow. Well, I only have one in mind, and that's Urban Meyer.
Okay,
So
good pick.
so he was on a call-in Cowherd radio show earlier in the fall, and they were talking about Lincoln Riley, how the Cowboys might have some interest in him. And then I guess he was, asked the question, if there was a job you would take, if you would go back to coaching, what would it be? And then the Cowboys came up, and then he kind of, answered that as, that job would be the one. So just off of that response there, I think that Urban Meyer could, coexist with Jerry Jones and the players. He coached some of the players in college on the team. So I think Urban Meyer would be a good fit for Dallas Cowboys.
No doubt. What do you think, Tay?
Well, I think that Jerry Jones is sticking to Garrett. I don't think Garrett's going anywhere, so I don't think that's going to be changing. And hey, not that
That was the Cowboy fans booing, not me.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm with you, Cowboy fans. I really don't care either way whether he stays or leaves or who replaces him. I personally think he needs out.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jones has publicly said that he is not going to get rid of him. So that's my take.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we'll see. Let's see if they can win. Ron Rivera is my choice. You know, he was just recently fired with the Panthers. You know, he was the winningest coach in Carolina history. He was there for a long time, 76, 63, made the playoffs several times. He was 3-4 in the playoffs. But, I mean, he's got good leadership. I think he can really take care of that locker room. I think he can change some things. But like me and you talked off the air, Gemz, I do agree with you, but I don't think him and Jerry Jones will get along very well. But
two different people, different styles.
And Jimmy Johnson won 2 Super Bowls and got kicked off. So, I mean, there's something wrong in Dallas. And I think we all know who that is, and it's Jerry Jones. That's the culprit right there.
Exactly. He's the problem.
So, but that's my choice. That's who I would pick. And, I mean, he's a good coach. He's going to get a job somewhere. Let's just hope that Jason Garrett don't go to Carolina for the Carolina Panthers' sake. So,
I don't think they want him.
We'll see what happens.
No.
I mean, you never know. Can anybody compete with the Milwaukee Bucks or the LA Lakers in the NBA? Gemz, start this one off.
Yeah, well, we'll start off at the Eastern Conference. I think that the Milwaukee Bucks, they're 20-3. And they got a lot of competition in the Eastern Conference. They got Philly, they got Miami with Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. But I think one of the big, and Boston as well. Boston's always going to be up there. They're in second place. I think Philadelphia 76ers, though, in the long run in the 7-game series with Simmons, Horford, Harris, Scott, and Embiid, I think they could take them to Game 7 and dethrone the Milwaukee Bucks. Just don't look at it too early just yet, you know, because it's still early. Milwaukee Bucks, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, last year, and they lost to Toronto. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers as well. You know, Lakers have a great team, great defensive group, but one of their 3 losses was with the Clippers. So I don't think that they have a better team than the LA Clippers. I'm very excited for that playoff game in the future, in the summertime. So we will see. But there's a lot of competition out the West, you know, with Portland, Utah, Dallas, and Houston. So, but I think the Clippers could beat LA.
What do you think, Tay? What do you think about that?
Well, it's very early on in the season, and so there's a lot of games left. And definitely, I think that the Lakers are, a team, very, very good team, very, well-respected team. They got good talent on there, but it's early. Anything can happen. You got Dallas right on their tails. You got Denver. You got Houston, the Houston Rockets coming up. So I think anybody can beat them. Gemz mentioned that they lost to the Clippers, so they're not unbeatable. Yeah. They're a good team. Doesn't make them unbeatable.
They're not unbeatable. But my favorite in the West is the Lakers right now because they're playing so good. I really like LeBron James and what he's doing this year. Definitely an MVP candidate in my eyes in the NBA right now. And I definitely like what Giannis is doing there in Milwaukee. I mean, he's averaging about 30 points a game. So, I mean, time will tell, guys. But right now, that's your leaders of the pack there in the NBA, and they're starting to tear it up. So, shout out to all those teams right there. NBA action. Mm-hmm. NBA action here at Stadium Seats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Next topic. The NCAA college football playoff predictions. We know what happened today, okay? We know Ohio State is up by 10 points right now. Gemz, who are your 4 teams right now in the college football playoffs?
Okay, so I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Seemingly if they win today, right?
Yeah, if they win. I mean, I think they're going to win.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
Tough, but they're going to win, I think. So Ohio State, I'm going to go Clemson. I'm going to go LSU. Well, Oklahoma, I like, what Jalen Hurts did this year. And I just love his story, how he just came back from all the obstacles. So I'm very happy. And plus Utah lost and Georgia lost. So I think, Oklahoma's going to slide in there at that 4th spot.
Yeah, Gemz, I think so too, bud. Just because, OSU should win this one right now. They were down early, but they're showing a lot of fight.
Mm-hmm.
LSU took care of business today. Georgia should fall out of there at 11-2, and I definitely think Oklahoma. I think it's a no-brainer with those 4 teams. Wouldn't you agree, Tay?
I think it's round table agreement.
The only team that I just disagree with being there, but they're undefeated, so I guess they deserve it, is Clemson.
I like Clemson.
But they're in the ACC, and that conference is...
Yeah, but they're in the ACC, but you got to put Clemson in there because...
of what they did in the past.
What they did in the past, but they could compete with LSU. They could compete with Ohio State, Oklahoma. Like, don't count them out. They have a lot of talent on their team. It's just, we just look down on their schedule because who do they play every year?
Yeah.
Bunch of weak teams, but they could compete. I mean, they beat Alabama, the last couple years. So let's not count them out.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest team that they played all year was Texas A&M, and, they were number 12 at the time, and they're number 12 right now, but I'm talking that was the second game of the season, so we'll have to see what happens there. But that's the Stadium Seats playoff predictions from Frizz, Gemz, and Tay.
That's
as
right.
always. Up next, Tay's going to tell you what you got.
My favorite segment.
Oh, man.
My favorite segment. Get your thinking cap on. We got the Stadium Seats play clock segment. Now, last time we did a minute for your responses, and I think you guys killed it. Most of the time replying under a minute. So I'm going to cut your time off by a few seconds.
Dang.
So this time...
well, what's a few seconds?
Well, I'm
what's
cutting off 20 seconds. Is that a lot?
40 seconds?
40-second responses, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys...
Okay.
You
So you want you want a 1-sentence response. Okay.
No, you can say more than one sentence. All right. Well, let's start this.
So hold on.
Okay.
So what are we gonna hear? This?
Yeah, you're gonna hear the horn.
Are we allowed to speak after the horn?
No, you're not allowed to speak.
Okay.
So get your thinking cap on.
All right. So
compress your thoughts.
The
Frizz.
order, it'll go me, him, me, Gemz, me, Gemz. Right?
It might.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, very demanding right now.
Frizz, since you have so many questions.
Let her run the show. Frizz, relax.
You're up first.
Okay, so, I'm up first.
Here we go, Frizz. Who do you think will win the Heisman Trophy?
All right. Joe Burrow, LSU, 4,366 yards in the air, tearing it up, 78.3 completion percentage, 44 touchdowns. I definitely think that this guy is run away with the Heisman Trophy. They destroyed Georgia today. Give me Joe Burrow winning the Heisman and possibly a first-round draft pick next year going to the Cincinnati Bungles. And I'm saying it here right now, Joe Burrow, Heisman Trophy winner, under 40.
You see, you did great. Don't complain. Gemz, what you got?
All right, so I got Jalen Hurts. Okay, so Jalen Hurts, 3,347 yards in the air, 1,217 yards on the ground. He has 31 touchdowns in the air, 18 touchdowns, on the ground. So he had a heck of a season. He's box office. His story, getting benched, championship game, coming back, winning them a big game, and then transferring out to Oklahoma. And look what he's doing now. So Jalen Hurts all the way. He's going to be a top quarterback in the NFL.
See?
Dang, you did it.
Are complaining for nothing. Nothing.
All right.
Frizz, since you killed it, you're going first again.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
We're going to move on to the NBA. Now, the Knicks fired their coach, David Fizdale, after a 4-18 start. Do they turn it around with a new coach?
Yeah, I think they do. I don't know how, but they got to win more than 4 games. Okay. I know the Knicks are terrible. I know they got blown out the other night by 44 points. I know they lost tonight, but they only lost by 1 point tonight.
Okay.
So shout out to Mike Miller,
Give him a round of
the new
applause.
coach losing only by 1 point. So now they're another loss in the book, but I definitely think that they're going to turn it around.
Under 40 seconds again. See, you don't complain for nothing. Gemz, what's your take on this?
Got you. So, Frizz, a loss is a loss. I'd rather lose by 50 if I lose by 1. So,
you're right.
A loss is a loss.
You're right.
But no, he was, 4-8 so far in the second season with the Knicks, 21 out of 83 overall. I don't think Mike Miller can do anything with that. It's a shame that David Fizdale got fired. It's not really fair to him at all. I echo what Greg Popovich said. The Knicks been bad for over a decade now, and you can't just hire a coach for a year and a half and then him come in and change things. It's not going to happen. It's a yearly process with the Knicks. So
Knicks are bad.
You cut off.
Knicks are bad.
Yeah. Can't help the Knicks, no matter who you bring.
Knicks are bad.
Well, we wish them luck. And I mean, it's early in the season, so they can do it. Frizz, since you're doing excellent, we're going to continue with the same rotation. Moving on to the.
There's some favoritism going on here. Excellent.
Gemz doing pretty good.
What's going on?
It's not playing favoritism. He's doing well, and he has to.
It's 2-0 me though.
It's 2-0. I'll let the fans decide on that.
All right, let's change this around. Gemz.
Yeah, you go first, Gemz.
Talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, both of y'all are doing excellent.
Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys are now 6-7, and somehow they're still in first place. Do they make the playoffs?
God.
How sickening is that?
They make the playoffs. Yeah, they win the division because the division stinks. And Philadelphia stinks. They're not playing good. So, yeah, they're going to win. They got the Rams coming up. And they got the Eagles, and they finish the season off with the Redskins. They just have to win 2 to 3 out of their games. And one of those games, they got to beat the Eagles. As long as they beat the Eagles and win another game, they're going to win. They're going to win their division. They're going to go to a playoff game, but that's when the train stops. It's over.
Game over
for Dallas there. It's over. But they will win the division, and they will win. They will go to the playoffs for 1 game.
Dang.
They'll get them. Never mind.
Yeah. He's under though.
Yeah, y'all got this. I'm gonna have to cut y'all's time.
He tore it up. He tore it up. All right,
what
ready?
You got?
Absolutely not. The Dallas Cowboys do not make the playoffs. They lose to the Rams. They lose to the Eagles. And the Washington Redskins give them a game. And we might even have another selfie taken by Haskins over there on the sidelines. I think the Eagles take care of the Giants. They take care of the Redskins. They beat the Cowboys in cold and snowy Philly probably on December 22nd. And then they mop up the Giants to go 4-0. Dallas goes 2-3 in their last 3 games. And that is the end of the road for Jason Garrett, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry World. See you later, Dallas Cowboys.
You're disqualified because you talked after the bell.
No, I didn't. It was like a second. It was still going off.
That point goes to Gemz.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, don't get mad.
3-0.
Let's moving on to Frizz's favorite team, and let's talk a little bit about the Steelers. Does Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
Like that.
Does Mike Tomlin have a legitimate chance of winning Coach of the Year?
Who's up? Me?
You are.
All right. Yes, absolutely. I definitely think he does win if they can continue winning. Okay. They lost Ben Roethlisberger. Mason Rudolph got hit in the head with a helmet. He's out. Duck Hodges is in. Duck Hodges is my new favorite QB1, doing work. I definitely think that defense is the top-notch defense right now, forcing turnovers, doing all their things on the field, creating opportunities for the offense. I think Mike Tomlin's doing a heck of a job after the loss of Bell.
Stop.
All right. I got my point across.
This is fun. I'm liking this.
I got my point across.
Go ahead, Gemz.
No, absolutely not. Kyle Shanahan is going to be the coach of the year. 2018, 2019, the 49ers were 4-12. And now they're tied. Well, no, they're not tied. I mean, Seattle's number 1, but they're right there with Seattle at 10-2. Look at the defense that they got over there. Stout. It's probably wasn't the top 5 defense in the NFL. Look at the offense with Kyle Shanahan, with Jimmy Garoppolo, adding another pieces to the offense there. So they're going to go deep into the playoffs. They're probably going to go to the NFC Championship, and that's going to, crown him coach of the year. He's only been there 2 seasons. So, 2.5. So, yeah.
All right.
I think I won that one.
I got to give it to Gemz.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Tay. Red Bottom Queen.
Okay, now you sucking up.
Hey.
It's all good. I'm humble.
What you doing?
Frizz is humble. Frizz is humble.
I'm humble over here. It's all good. What's the next question?
Gemz, I got you starting this one. Will this be the last time we see Eli Manning at starting QB this season?
Ooh,
No. Because that's all they got right now.
Yeah, that's all they got right now. Eli Manning, they'll throw him in there because they're going to use him as trade bait. So they got to play him a couple games there, make sure that, he could still throw some touchdowns and probably get something from him, because the Giants need a lot of help. And when you need help, you need to think strategically. And when you're thinking like that, Eli Manning, Hall of Famer, won a couple Super Bowls, let's get him out of here. Let's not cut him. Let's just trade him and see what we could get for him. So there's probably some teams out there that need a veteran quarterback. So, no, this isn't the last time.
Wow.
I agree with you, too. Just for one reason, I definitely think that he's going to sign somewhere else, somebody that needs a veteran quarterback. But I definitely think that the Giants made a mistake by putting Daniel Jones in there that early, and they should have just run out Eli Manning. Now, the Eagles should be a little bit scared about Manning this week just because he's refreshed and he's been sitting on the bench. I know he's older, so his body's good to go. So let's see if he has that chemistry. But I definitely think he could be a quarterback next year for somebody, especially like the Bungles or a team struggling right now or something like that, looking for a QB.
Man, I'm telling y'all.
Disqualified. Again, disqualified.
Y'all both got this down. This is the last question. So I'm whoever wants to jump at it first, by all means.
You go first, Gemz.
All right.
No, I'll go first.
All right.
What's the question?
It don't matter.
Whatever.
Let's talk about the college bowl games. Are there too many of them? There's 35 plus college football playoffs.
Yes, absolutely. There's way too many college bowl games. They start on, I think, December 19th or the 20th, and there is at least 2 to 3 bowl games a day. It's awesome watching bowl games when you're sitting at home with the holidays with family and friends and everything like that. But some of these teams that are in bowl games don't even have winning records. I mean, come on. They need to draw the line somewhere where what? Everybody gets a trophy? Is that how it is? Is it going to be like that, like we do in Little League and all these events? So I'm going to tell you what. No, I think that they need to shorten that bowl schedule.
Okay. Gemz?
Well, there is no such thing as too many college football games. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Due to this playoff system, you only get the top 4 teams, and the other universities need to get recognized. They need to have their bowl games. They need to have their fans there cheering for their team, cheering for their alma mater here, So I just think that they need that opportunity, no matter if they have a losing season or a winning season. I want to see my college team on TV at the bowl game, representing and bringing home that bowl for my school.
All right.
Well, that wraps up The play clock segment.
Y'all tied.
According to you, we tied?
What?
According to me, you guys tied, yeah.
I'll take a tie.
That's a joke.
I'll take a
That's
tie.
joke.
Yeah, you guys tied. I'm telling you, I think the next segment is going to be the real test because you guys are doing awesome at 40 seconds. Y'all killed it at 1 minute, 40 seconds. We should try 30 seconds.
Oh, man, that ain't even enough time to breathe.
Yeah.
That's way too short. That's way too short. I know we got a lot of info in right there, but definitely we'll let the fans decide that. We'll throw up a Twitter poll.
Yeah, put up a poll, see what
the fans think. Speaking of Twitter, @Seats Stadium is where you can find us. And stadiumseatspodcast@gmail.com. You can hit us up. 855 followers.
Yes.
We're on a milestone now, right? Sort of.
We're on so many milestones because I thought 100 followers was a milestone, and then 200, and then 300, and then 400, 5, 6, 7, 8.
855.
855.
We're good to go.
And counting.
Yeah.
And counting. You know, it's
look, it just jumped to 857.
All right, 857. Bam, right there.
Here we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, up next, we got a new segment, and that is, I'll introduce that.
Okay.
Tays Take here on Stadium Seats, where she's just going to give her 2 cents on something in the sports world. So,
something in the sports
Tay, what do you
world
got today?
May not have a lot of coverage. You may have seen it. You may have not. There's stories that are being covered more, but I feel that they need more coverage. So today I'm going to give a shout out to this very wonderful lady, Lauren Holtkamp Sterling. Now, she's the 3rd female NBA ref.
Mm-hmm.
However, she is the first mom to be an NBA referee.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Lauren. She's killing it. Set an example for all the little girls out there and older women like myself. I would like to be a ref.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren out there calling T's on LeBron.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Oh, man, I hope they don't say nothing bad to her.
You know, there was a video of LeBron falling on the little waitress lady.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, but he picked her up. Like, he tripped on her and he dropped her to the ground, obviously, because he's like 6'1,000,000 inches or whatever. So
it's a big boy.
She fell. She was serving drinks and popcorn, and she fell. Poor lady.
God dang.
But he picked her up and he gave her a hug.
Hey, shout out to Lauren Sterling.
That's right, Lauren Sterling, making history. I'm sure her kids are so proud of her.
Yeah, her husband and her kids probably get free tickets to every game she officials at.
Not for that.
Mm-hmm.
They're proud of her because, you know, the big milestone. She's the first mom out there in the NBA court as a referee.
That's good.
That's awesome.
I'm really.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, shout out to the XFL too. I'm just dropping that because that's about to start. They started practice. Yeah, so I'm excited to watch the XFL. I'm a big WWE fan.
And just for the record, they didn't want AB either.
Nah, I know. Well, that's all right. Maybe the Steelers do or somebody. Gemz wants him to play for New England again.
Right? He's still out there practicing in his Steelers uniform.
Hey, Gemz, he is. It's so funny. It's all good. He's out there on social media in the Steelers uni. What's wrong with that guy? In a high school field. That's like me and you throwing him passes. I love it. I absolutely love it. What do we got up next? Stadium Seats NFL Pick segment brought to you by DC4LCustomTees.com, who makes the merch for us at Stadium Seats. You can get our shirts online, by the way.
That's absolutely correct. Hit them up at DC4LCustomTees.com. That's their website. You can order our t-shirts. If you're a small business, I'm gonna just shout them out here, give them a little business. If you're a small business or a big business looking to put out some marketing items, they can certainly help you. They have zero setup fees. They'll put your merchandise up on their website just like they did ours. Hit up DC4L Custom Tees on their website and purchase one of our t-shirts. I do have to say, these shirts are good quality, very, very soft.
I'm wearing mine right now.
I wore mine in Pittsburgh. I love it. Very comfortable, good quality. The design is really nice. The colors are very vibrant. So hit
What
them
about
up.
you, Gemz? You rocking yours all the time?
Yeah, over the Thanksgiving break, I was wearing both the gray and the black. I like how it fits. It's really comfortable. Really shapes you up pretty good. So
That's awesome.
really
Good.
nice shirt.
That's awesome.
Hit 'em
Well,
up.
the records I got the records finally for our picks all year. Gemz, me and you are actually tied at 123 and 68
Really?
on the year.
Well, I need a
No,
recount.
I mean, I tallied
Okay.
everything up, but are you ready for this one? Are you ready for this one? Tay is beating us
Ready.
124 to 67 by one game.
Oh, yes.
I definitely,
Really?
I definitely
Really?
need
Gotta
a
be the
recount.
luck of
Why
the draw.
can't y'all just be happy and say congrats?
Because you
Tay?
pick the Dolphins every time they've won. I mean, it's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah. That's probably why
The
she's ahead.
Dolphins.
She just,
Wait,
she's
you
like,
went
I'm
on-
going to pick them because their color of their uniform is better.
Yeah, I do like their colors.
And Tay loves some mangoes.
Yeah. Hey, shout
and
out.
you went on a streak there where all you picked was Atlanta, and they were like horrible.
Yeah, I got like 7 losses from them
Yeah.
right there. All right, hey, let's talk
that's
about
crazy.
it, guys.
Let's do this.
It is week 14 of the NFL season. We got some big games coming up. We know the Cowboys lost to the Bears, and they are in turmoil. That was the first game of the week. The Panthers are visiting the Falcons. Who do we have?
The Panthers are visiting the Falcons. I got the Panthers.
You know what?
I
Me
got the
too,
Falcons.
Gemz. I'm going to pick the Falcons, even though every time I do pick them, they lose. And when every time I don't pick them, they lose. Every time I do pick them, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Yeah, I got Atlanta.
Just move on.
All right.
We
Every
get
I
it.
don't
you
even
pick
care
them,
about
they
that game.
lose.
Yeah, I don't even care about that game. Big game here at 1 o'clock. The 10-2 Ravens going to the 9-3 Buffalo Bills. This could be interesting. Who do you got, Gemz?
Oof.
Yeah, I got the Ravens. I'm sticking with Lamar Jackson here. It's going to be a big game, and this is just another good test for him, another good defense that he's going to have to go up against. So I got the Ravens all day.
I got the Bills.
Okay.
I mean, I like Lamar Jackson, but I don't know. I'm going to take the Bills on this one.
I'm agreeing with Gemz on there. I'm going with Baltimore Ravens. God, I can't believe I'm saying that. And yes, I do think Lamar Jackson will take care of business, and I think he's in the running for the MVP, but not the MVP. I say that every week. But I will tell you this, that I am also rooting for the Ravens because I'm pulling for my black and yellow boys. That'll give Buffalo an extra loss, so maybe a chance for that next Sunday night matchup, what was flexed Sunday Night Football in Pittsburgh, Bills Steelers. So that could line.
You get me so
Why?
upset though, so upset when you say stuff like that. Like, oh, he's not the league MVP. Obviously, he is. I mean, you're the only one that's not saying that. Like, what is Russell Wilson doing that he's not doing?
Russell Wilson's
like. What type of football
I'm
you
watching every game. You know this.
You're not because you would say
Russell
Lamar
Wilson.
Jackson. Now stop being like that.
I'm not.
Stop being small and stop being biased. Okay, and look
Just
at
look
what's
Stand up,
happening.
Russell.
Look at the stats. The numbers
Sierra.
are high.
What?
One just step.
Stop. Move on. Let's go.
We're just going to skip over this next game, the Bengals and the Browns. I really don't care. I'm taking the Bengals.
I got the Browns
have the
on
Browns
this one.
too.
Go Bungles. I hope they get their second win. I hope Baker Mayfield throws 3 more picks.
Their second win.
Redskins at the Packers. This should be an easy one. I got the Packers here. Playing in Lambeau.
Yeah, I got the Packs. No chance for the Redskins.
The 3-8-1 struggling Detroit Lions are going to go to Minnesota and take an L from me.
Yeah, no shot.
Nope.
No shot for D-Town. No
so?
shot. No shot. No
Detroit,
shot.
done.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick Detroit because I believe in the Lions.
Plus, I flew into that airport and I had to walk about 17 miles.
Oh, no kidding. That is a horrible airport.
So, yeah, you're done, Detroit. 49ers and the Saints. Great game. 10-2.
Love it.
They're both 10-2. They're playing in New Orleans. New Orleans,
So this means
2-point
something.
favorite. This is going to be possibly, whoever wins this was this an NFC championship preview?
It could be.
I think it is. I think it could be. I got the
Okay.
49ers.
Really?
I like their defense. I
I
like
think
the
the Saints.
defense.
I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
think
the
the
Saints.
D could shut them down, huh?
I think so. It don't matter where they play at. You got good defense.
I'm just going to go with the Saints here because of their home field advantage. You can never count out Drew Brees, but I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. Up next, guys, the Dolphins and the Jets. No Le'Veon Bell. He's out. I don't know. I guess he got the flu. That doesn't really matter, though. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, you're jumping on that Dolphins ship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I got the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you guys at Mango's.
Okay, we all agree on the Dolphins. Beachfront Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Colts at the Buccaneers. The Colts definitely need to win this one to stay in the hunt. They're at 6-6. But I'm picking Tampa Bay here because I think that they are talented, but I don't think they stop their passing game.
No, I think this is a trap game. I think the Colts lose.
I got the
game.
Buccaneers.
We all got the Buccaneers on that one, too. The Broncos are going to visit the Houston Texans, and we know what the Houston Texans did.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm riding with H-Town all the way here.
Me too.
I don't think Drew Lock's going to do a good job against the Houston Texans in Houston.
I got the Texans.
I got the Broncos. Houston does this every year. They win a big game and then they lose too. So
Fair
I got
enough.
the Broncos.
This, excuse me, this game really doesn't matter. It's the Chargers and the Jaguars. So I'm going with Phillip Rivers and company.
Me too. Got the Chargers.
I got the Jags. I got the Jags.
This game really means something too in the AFC. The Titans that are 7-5 and the Raiders that are 6-6. Both these teams are kind of on the cusp of making it and who's in, who's out. This 7-5 Titans team, if they win, they'll go to 8-5. They possibly could jump the Pittsburgh Steelers, even with the Pittsburgh Steelers win. With other things that happen, I'm definitely going with my heart here.
Okay, what is it?
Actually, I'm going with the Tennessee Titans. I think they're going to take care of the Raiders.
I got the Titans too.
I hope you're right, Gemz.
Turn around.
I hope you're right. Now we got another good pivotal matchup. There's a lot of good matchups this week. The Chiefs are visiting the New England Patriots. Are they for real, Gemz? The Chiefs.
I'm gonna
It's a tough
go
game because of the way New England's been playing.
Yeah,
I got New England on this one.
Right. I got
Chiefs. New England on this one. I think they're like upset at themselves and at each other, and they're just gonna go out there and play mad.
I don't know. I can't. I got to go with the Chiefs too. I got to go with the Chiefs because the Brady and their offense is just not the same. Their defense is doing a good job, but Brady is just not there. He looks like he's in slow-mo. Might be time, Tom. Might be time. My Pittsburgh Steelers going to the desert, 7-5 versus 3-8-1. They got to see Kyler Murray. Duck Hodges versus Kyler Murray. You know who I'm going with. I ain't even got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got, Gemz?
Ooh, this could be a trap game, so I'm going with the Cardinals.
Really? I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Yeah,
I think they're starting to gel together as a team. Like everything, not just, the defense, everybody knows their defense is good, but I think as a whole team, they're starting to gel. So
give me Pittsburgh. I know. I'm taking them. Seahawks at the Rams. I think my team, the Russell Wilson MVP Seahawks, go
that's your
in.
Team?
No, well, the MVP team. Russell Wilson's going to go take care of the Rams this week. What do you think, Gemz?
I got the Rams winning this one. They're at home. I got a good shot. I got the Rams.
I got Sierra and hubby winning this one.
Okay. And then finally on Monday night, I think the Eagles are definitely going to take care of the Giants, and Eli Manning's going to take an L. Who you guys got?
Well, I got the city of brotherly love on this one. I got the Eagles.
Who do you got?
I got the Eagles.
You got the Eagles? All right. Well, that basically wraps up our NFL pick segment.
And that's right. I'm going to add to my tally here.
No, you're definitely not. I'm catching you this week.
Next week when we report,
I'm going to start picking opposite just so I can beat Tay.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying, Gemz?
No, I got you. I mean, well, some of the picks that she made just now, we'll probably catch up.
Really? Like which ones? Like the Dolphins?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Stadium seats. This is us, Frizz, Gemz, and Tay. Remember.
No, I picked the Dolphins.
Remember.
Sorry.
We all picked them.
I'm talking about the Minnesota-Detroit game.
She picked Minnesota too. But anyways, well, that's neither here nor there. At Seats Stadium on our Twitter, Stadium Seats Podcast at gmail.com. Before we break here, guys, also remember, we didn't forget about you, Lem Dog.
No, we did not.
We got that shirt coming on the way this week.
Absolutely. We were on break, Christmas break, visiting family.
Thanksgiving break.
I'm sorry. I'm already thinking of it.
Whoa.
Thanksgiving break.
Hey, sipping on that. I don't know what she's sipping on.
I got my wine.
Rewind.
Yeah, just wanted to shout out Lem Dog real quick that we didn't forget about sending your shirt. And also, we got another contest coming up here on Twitter soon. Okay, we'll put that on our Twitter here this week. You can win one of our T-shirts, and we'll mail it to you once you DM us your address. And then, we have tons of fans now to shout out, but we just don't got enough time to shout them all out.
Absolutely.
But remember, email us your questions, because whatever you do, email us or tweet us, we will talk about it on our show. We're here for you guys, and that's what we do. Remember, Stadium Seats, we're here for the fans. This is what we do. Anybody else got anything to add?
Join the movement.
Yeah.
Gemz is asleep.
He's fired up.
Totally fired up.
Again, wait a minute. Again, it's all about being smooth and not groove. You dig? Later. Gemz.
Sounded like Shaft over there. I like it. Old school. Here we go. Stadium Seats. Frizz, Gemz, Tay. We out. Get us next week. Let's go.
So what can I say? It's the end of the show with Gemz, Frizz, and Tay. So tune in the next week. We bringing the heat. And subscribe to the page. We hot in the street at Seat Stadium. The Twitter be that Tay with the topics. She's bringing the facts. With the style so great and the swag so bomb. Stadium Seat Podcast at gmail.com. Love.